lesson should be pretty quick and easy. There's no video with it today, which I was kind of surprised. So, we are just going to review a problem-solving strategy on finding a pattern. And we have done this before in math. We have done the strategy where we have to find a pattern. Our essential question is going to be, how do I use and tell time? And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to find a pattern with time so that we can solve and answer questions. Okay. On your paper, we're going to look at this problem. The buses leave in order every half hour. Bus 1 leaves at 9:30. Bus 2 leaves at 10. What time do buses 3 and 4 leave? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to always understand. It's going to be our first step. Understand what we know. So let's underline what we know. So what time does the first bus leave, everybody?
9:30.
9:30. Okay, so take your pencil. Underline 9:30. Okay. Now, Mrs. Murphy's going to make her clock say 9:30. Okay, here's 9:30. Now, the buses leave every half hour. So, I'm going to start here at the half hour. And I'm going to move this halfway around. What time does the next bus leave? 10. Okay, so bus 2 leaves at 10. So let's circle that. Bus 2 leaves at 10. We know that. So here's bus 1 is 9:30. Bus 2 is 10. Now, bus 3 and 4, we don't know. So that's our question. Let's circle that. What time do buses 3 and 4 leave? Now, watch what we're going to do. We're going to take this and we're going to go a half hour later. So this would be the third bus. Tyson, what time does the third bus leave?
10:30 and the fourth bus leaves at 11.
Good. So 10:30 would be the third bus. So trace that. And then the fourth bus, we're going to go another half hour. So this will go halfway around the clock. The next bus would leave at 11 o'clock. Good job. Now, what we did, how we solved this, is we found a pattern. Because the buses leave 30 minutes apart, and it's equal. And we can write, what they did here was they wrote bus 1, bus 2, bus 3, bus 4, and then they wrote the times above it. So that's what we're going to need to do, is we're going to plan how are we going to solve this, how are we going to find the pattern, and then how are we going to solve it. Okay? Let's check. Number 4, step 4. After we solve the problem, check it. Is my answer reasonable? Does it make sense that a bus would leave at 11? Yeah?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
A bus could leave.
It could.
It could,
It could.
it's not usually.
But they're talking about maybe, this looks like a school bus, but maybe they could be talking about a different kind of bus too. Okay? Wyatt.
I wish I was on the 9:30 bus. Me too.
Would you? But then your bus going home would probably be a little bit later. Probably.
be on the 11th bus.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to practice this strategy, so flip your paper. We're going to practice this, okay? Flip to the next page, please.
Practice the strategy.
Yep, practice the strategy. Okay, so I'm going to read the story problem, and then as I read it, I want you to think, what should we underline? What do we know? Each class at school will go to recess 30 minutes after the other. So just like here, except it's not 30 minutes. Do you guys know how many minutes after it's each for each class? Kaden?
20?
Nope. Aria?
14?
No. John?
30.
Nope.
Wait, I am.
So when you guys go out, how many minutes until the 4th graders come up? Ellie?
They come out when we go out.
No, they shouldn't be. Kinsley? How many minutes? Riley?
10:46.
No, how many minutes? Lewis?
11.
No, it's less than 11.
Oh.
Ellie?
30.
Less than 30. Less than 30, less than 11. Brooklyn?
2.
More than 2.
Oh, it's
Ingrid?
5.
5.
I was
about to say 10.
So every 5 minutes, there's a grade that goes outside. So you guys go up first, then 5 minutes later it's the 4th graders, then 5 minutes later it's the 5th graders, and then coming 5 minutes later would be, then it goes the kindergartners, and it goes in other, the kids that are in the lunchroom then come back and go outside. So that's how we do it here. We do it 5 minutes, but at this school they do 30 minutes. Maybe because their classes are bigger. The first class goes to recess at 1. So Mrs. Murphy is going to make my clock say 1. All right, 1 o'clock. What time will the 4th class go? All right, so let's understand and let's underline what we know. What do we know? What do we know, Mason?
That recess.
What do we know? We need some numbers. What do we know? Riley, help them out. Carson, help me. What? What? Can you just tell me? Oh, 1 o'clock. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I thought you said, can I come up? Sounded like 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. That's the first class. First class is at 1. There's something else we need to know. There's something else we know. First class goes at 1. What else do we know? Look for numbers, 2nd graders. Look for numbers.
30 minutes.
Look for numbers. Everybody look. 30 minutes. You guys, I should see everybody's hand up. When I'm asking a question and you're looking and you're participating. 30 minutes after. Another key word is after. It's not going before, but after. Okay, my question. What's my question, Carson? Look for the question and read it, please. What time will the 4th class go? Thank you for helping, Carson. So circle that right now. Do what I'm doing. And then this is not right, so erase that. Okay, what time will the 4th class go? All right, now, we underlined it. We're going to find that 4th class. So we're going to solve the problem by doing a pattern. So, they did this nicely for us. Yes, they put class 1. So everybody should know, what time does class 1 go? 1 o'clock. All right, 1 o'clock. So in that nice, on that nice little line, please write 1 o'clock. Okay, now, class 2 goes a half hour later. Uh-oh, my hand keeps falling. So watch Mrs. Murphy. This hand is going to go halfway around the clock. Now, this is the 2nd class. Look up here, and hopefully you can tell the time. Raylan, what time is the 2nd class?
1:30.
1:30. Good job. So, 1:30 is the 2nd class. Okay, watch my clock. My minute hands can go 30 minutes later, halfway around the clock. What time is it now, Corla? 2 o'clock. So the 3rd class goes at 2 o'clock. Now we have this 4th class. Watch here, guys. It's going to go halfway around the clock. Kaden, what time is the 4th class?
2:30.
2:30. Good job. 2:30 is the fourth class. Now let's check our answer. Does this make sense? Is it reasonable? Yes. We did it correctly. Good job. Okay. Flip your page. Now, in a little bit, once we get done, you're going to do number 1 all by yourself. But I will go through it in a minute with you. So let's skip that because this is going to be like Mrs. Murphy's going to check to see if you can apply the strategy. Okay? So let's go on to the rain builders. Actually, you know what? Let's cross off the brain builders for today. Let's do that because we have on the back, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 problems. So today, cross off the brain builders. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'd rather have us get to freckle because we need to practice our fronts.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to number 4 on the back. So go to the back where you see these shoes. Okay. Listen to number 4 and see what we should underline. Carmen has 8 shoes. She places an equal number of shoes in 2 suitcases. How many shoes will be in each suitcase? All right, so what do we know? What should we underline? What do we know, Addie?
Well, we know that she has 8 shoes and she places them in an equal number into a suitcase.
Good. So she places them into an equal number. And how about 2 suitcases? We need that keyword too. Okay, now, our question is, what is our question? What are we trying to find out, Mason? Yep, how many shoes are in each suitcase? And each suitcase should have equal number. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pretend that these rectangles are my suitcases. I might put a little handle. Okay. Now we're going to find a pattern. We have 8 shoes, and it has to be equal. So I'm going to put a shoe in here, and I'm just going to draw a circle for a shoe. Well, this one has to have a shoe too. It has to be equal. So now I have 1, 2 shoes. I'm going to draw another shoe in this suitcase. So that's 3. And another one would be 4. They're still equal. I'm only at 4, so I got to keep going. I'm going to draw another shoe. This will be 5. And another shoe will be 6. I'm not quite to 8 yet. I'm almost there. I'm going to draw another shoe in here. 7. Oh, and the last shoe goes in there. 8.
Can we like pair them up?
Are they equal?
Yes.
Yes, they're equal. I have 4 in here, 4 in here. 4 plus 4 is 8. So we were able to find a pattern here. Each suitcase has how many shoes, Charlotte? How many?
8.
Are there 8 in this suitcase? No. Just 4. Yep. Each suitcase has 4 shoes. There's a total of 8, but my question is, how many shoes will be in each suitcase? So there are 4 shoes. Okay? All right, everybody's got that, I hope. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, a postcard costs 45 cents. Jason wants to buy 2 postcards. Oh my gosh. He has 2 quarters, 2 dimes, and 3 nickels. How much money does he have? All right. John's trying to trick you because it's saying a postcard costs 45 cents and he wants to buy 2 postcards. So yes, that's important, but what is the question really asking? John, what's the question asking?
About money.
About money. And what's the question asking us? What about money? How much money is in Mrs. Murphy's checking account?
45.
No, what's the question? What's the question, John? Find the question mark. What's the question?
How much money does he have?
How much money does he have? That's the question. Right now, I don't care about the postcards. So let's figure it out. So John, put that away. And right now, tell Mrs. Murphy, how much money does he have? Start with the quarters. How many quarters does he have?
50.
He has 50 quarters?
Two.
Oh, I was gonna say, he's got 2 quarters.
50 cents.
Oh, but that's 50 cents. Okay, so you're right about that. But you first said, you answered my question by saying he has 50 quarters. I was hoping I didn't have to count all those quarters. That'd be a lot of quarters.
50.
Okay, woofda.
Wait, I'll be open like $1. Wait.
Okay,
Okay, actually, you can do that different.
now, John's right. 2 quarters, but it is 50 cents, 25.50. Carson, how many dimes does he have?
2.
2. So next to my quarters, I will put my dimes. And Carson, how much are dimes worth? 10. So if I'm at 50 plus 10 more, what would that be, Carson? 60 cents. LES, what would be my next sign? 60, 70. Good job, LES. Okay, I got my dimes done. How many nickels does he have, Lila?
3 nickels.
3 nickels. Thank you, Lila.
85. It's 85.
Now, if I'm at 70, and a nickel is worth how much, Mason?
It's at 85.
Okay, how much is a nickel? That's my question. A nickel is not worth 85 cents. 5. So if I have one more nickel, that would be 75.
And then 80, and then 85.
Perfect. Okay, mine's kind of running out of room and kind of sloppy. Make sure you make yours a little better.
Too.
Okay, so we have his quarters, dimes, nickels. There are no pennies. So we can answer this question. How much money does he have, guys?
85
Cents. So make sure you write on the line 85 and don't forget your cent sign because I'll mark it wrong.
Can you wait for me?
I'll wait. But get going. He has 85 cents.
Miss Leslie, I wrote a line. I'm just going to write yes over here.
We're going to go on to the second part of this. How many pennies does he need so that he can buy the postcards? So now we got to figure out the postcards. So a postcard is 45 cents. Jason wants to buy 2. So how can we figure that out, Kinsley?
You can split the 8 in half.
Okay, I see you're splitting this 8 in half. But let's figure out how much are the 2 postcards. So if one is 45 and the other one is 45, let's add them. It's been a long time since we've added, so this will be good review. So I want you to write this on your paper. Write this on your paper.
I know it. Write it long.
Okay, write it. We haven't done this for a while. And we will do this again before the end of the year. So let's add going down. 5 plus 5, Libby, is what? 10. Put down the 0. Carry the 1. 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 1 is 90. Did everybody remember how to do that?
I love 90.
Okay, so if he wants 2 postcards, it's 90 cents. But he's only at 85. So how many pennies is he going to need to get to 90? Count in your head. Okay, on the count of 3, say it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
5 cents.
Yes, you guys are awesome. He needs 5 cents more or 5 pennies. I'm so proud of you guys. I thought for sure one of you
Another nickel.
would struggle.
He needs a nickel.
He could
I
have-
struggled. I said 0.
He could get a nickel, but the question is how many pennies. So yes. Yep, he could have a nickel.
us the
I
answer.
didn't give you the answer.
Yeah, you only. Sometimes you do get pretty close. Like when we're reading something and that's the word you need to pay attention to, you really say that word. And the rest you just.
Right. So that it you.
And you kind
Okay, does everybody have this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thumbs up if you're ready to move on, because there's one last problem at the bottom. Okay, just John, put that down, please. It's not a toy. Mask up, John. Okay. Everybody looks like their thumb is up. Let's go on to the bottom. Okay, last problem together. Okay, listen to this problem. The subway arrives at the station on the hour and half hour. So it either comes at 1 o'clock or 1:30. It doesn't come like at 1:15. So it's either on the hour or the half hour. It is now 4:30. Kate's family is on the way, but it will take 1 hour to get there. What is the earliest time her family can get on the subway? Okay, so let's think. It's now what time?
It's 5:20.
What time is it now, guys?
4.
4:30. So everybody underline 4:30. Mason, that's not the right answer. So please stop shouting. That is the wrong answer. It is 4:30. So Mrs. Murphy's gonna put 4:30 on my clock. Okay, that's the time right now. We're pretending. Okay. Kate's family is on the way to the station, but they're not there yet. It'll take them 1 hour to get there. What is the earliest time they can get on? Well, it's 4:30. The train will come at 5, because that's the next half hour. Can they get on yet?
No.
Can they get on yet?
No.
No, because it's 4:30, and what time, if it's an hour later, Kate, and what time would they get there?
5:30.
5:30. Okay, so the earliest they'll get there is 5:30. Let's see if the train's gonna come there. It's 4:30. A half hour would be 5. Another half hour would be what?
5:30.
5:30. So can they get on the train right when they get there?
Yes.
Yes. So the earliest time they can get on is right when they get there, right at 5:30.
I was
This
close.
is kind of weird. Oh, we need 5 pennies to make 90, and there's a 5.
Okay. All right. Now you guys are gonna do one problem on your own. I will read it, but I want you to figure it out. Okay. So go back and find this number 1 right under apply the strategy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, here we go. Now, Carson, that is wrong. So I want you to listen to it. I'll tell you that problem's wrong. In the morning, Miss White's students change activities every hour. Reading starts at 8:30. Her students go to 3 morning activities. When do each of the activities start? So I'm going to help you with just the first one. Reading is at 8:30. So kind of like when we start reading. Now, watch guys. An hour later, so my hand's going to go around 1 time. An hour later, what time is that, everybody? 9:30. Okay. So the next hour or the next activity would be at 9:30. Now I want you to think. I know you don't have your clocks. If you need to grab a clock, you can, or you can look at Mrs. Murphy's clock. Okay. You should need a clock because you should be able to just change yeah. If you
I'm already.
hey, sit down.
I'm already.
Stop. Why are we shouting? I don't care if you're already done. I just said if you quietly need to grab a clock, please do it. If you don't need to grab a clock because you know it in your head, I am saying yes. Good for you. Some kids don't know how to do it. They might need a clock. But we're not going to be talking and disrupting our friends from figuring it out. All right, we're at 8:30. If you want a clock to help you, that is fine. But you need to figure out 8:30, an hour later is 9:30. Then you need to figure out the next two activities and their times, okay? When you have this done, you're going to go, hand it in quietly. You're going to go to Freckle on your desk. At your desk, I'm going to turn the lights down for a little bit, just so that we can calm down. We're going to work hard for the next 12 minutes on Freckle without stopping. Okay, go ahead and go. Sit down. Dump your mess.